Alright folks, Season 3 of Marvel Rivals is finally here, and you know what that means. Time to shake up the tier list. With new skins dropping and some serious balance changes rolling out, the whole roster feels fresher than ever. And yes, we've got new faces in town. Phoenix has already made her fiery entrance, and Blade is on the way ready to slice into the meta this August. But let's not forget, we still have over 30 heroes and villains carried over from launch and the earlier seasons, and some of them are holding their ground surprisingly well. So in this video, we're diving deep into the best characters to use in Marvel Rivals Season 3. Whether you're a seasoned player or just getting started, we've got the lowdown on who's dominating right now, who's climbed the ranks thanks to recent buffs, and which characters you might want to bench for now. Stick around because we've got a lot to cover and maybe even a few hot takes along the way. Let's get into it. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking best characters for Season 3 in Marvel Rivals. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The best characters for Season 3 in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Black Panther, Iron Man, Magik, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, Squirrel Girl, Adam Warlock, and Jeff the Land Shark. Alright, let's talk about the characters that might not exactly be stealing the spotlight in Marvel Rivals Season 3, but hey, they still have their charm. We're diving into the C tier, where you find some solid picks like Black Panther, Iron Man, Magik, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, Squirrel Girl, Adam Warlock, and yes, even Jeff the Land Shark, because who doesn't love a cute shark buddy? Now, these guys aren't necessarily the go-to choices if you want to dominate the meta, but if you main them or just have a soft spot for their style, by all means, keep rocking them. Black Panther brings that Royal Panther vibe with some slick moves, but the competition in the jungle is just a bit tougher this season. Iron Man still fires up the crowd with his iconic tech, but there are flashier suits stealing the show right now. Magik is great for teleporting chaos, but she's kinda like that cool kid who doesn't get invited to every party. Moon Knight's stealth and unpredictability can surprise you, but he's hanging out on the sidelines compared to other assassins. Spider-Man swings in with his classic web-slinging fun, but Season 3 has shifted the web a little away from him. Squirrel Girl might sound like a joke to some, but her quirky moves keep things interesting, even if she's not topping the charts. Adam Warlock offers that cosmic flair, yet he's overshadowed by bigger stars this time around. And then there's Jeff the Land Shark, the adorable wild card who brings personality, but maybe not quite enough punch to win you every fight. So yeah, if you love these characters, keep playing them and enjoying their unique flair. But just know that in the grand scheme of Marvel Rivals Season 3, there are stronger options to consider for climbing the ranks. The best characters for Season 3 in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Captain America, The Thing, Thor, Human Torch, Iron Fist, Mr. Fantastic, Psylocke, Winter Soldier, and Wolverine. Alright, now we're stepping into the B tier, the solid but not quite stealing the show zone of Marvel Rivals Season 3. Let's start with Captain America. He's pretty much a unique breed because despite being a tank, he loves to rush into the enemy backlines like a boss. Plus, his shield can actually deflect enemy ultimate attacks, which is a clutch move in well-thought-out strategies. Sadly though, his abilities took a hit with recent nerfs, so compared to previous seasons, Cap feels a bit weaker than the legend we all grew up loving. Next up, The Thing. Season 3 gave him a bit of a buff, which is nice, but here's the catch: he can't handle flying units at all. So if the opponent's got some airborne troublemakers, The Thing kinda just stands there looking confused. Also, he really needs a lot of healing love from the team's strategist to unlock his full potential. No solo hero stuff here, folks. Now Thor. Oh, Thor. He feels like he's stuck in this awkward middle ground where he's neither a great tank nor a fantastic damage dealer. Plus, he doesn't have much protection against crowd control attacks, which leaves him vulnerable. With so many tanks shining brighter in the current meta, Thor ends up kind of overshadowed, like that one friend who's great at everything but never the star of the party. Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm, is a bit of a wild card. At the highest levels of play, he's an absolute S-tier beast. But here's the problem. For beginners, controlling him is a nightmare. His abilities have long cooldowns, so if you waste them, you're basically left with your thumbs twiddling. No backup, no fireworks. Iron Fist is a decent damage dealer, but last season's nerfs hit him hard. If you're looking to flank the enemy strategists, there are definitely better options. He's kind of like that reliable guy who's great in theory but often gets overshadowed by flashier players. Mr. Fantastic is an interesting one. He has this neat trick where he can buff his health pretty easily and surprise enemies who aren't paying attention. Unfortunately, the buffs he got in Season 2 haven't fully fixed the damage from past nerfs. Still, if you've got the skills, he can be a surprisingly strong pick. Psylocke is arguably one of the best flankers in the game. No joke. Her ultimate is powerful, but it can be countered by popular meta picks like Luna Snow, which drops her down a tier. If the enemy team doesn't have a healing strategist to cancel her out though, she pretty much moves right back up. So watch out. Winter Soldier comes with the awesome Bionic Hook ability, one of the best for damage dealers. The catch? The current poke-heavy meta doesn't really play to his strengths. But hey, if the meta shifts down the line, don't be surprised if he climbs up a tier or two. Finally, Wolverine. This guy has the raw power to take down a Vanguard on his own, which screams S-tier potential. But the problem is, you've got to flank the opponent, isolate them, and land all your combos perfectly. A lot of work for one payoff. And honestly, there's a good chance someone else will sneak up and take you out while you're busy pulling off your grand strategy. So, B tier for now, but still a beast if you've got the skill.
The best characters for Season 3 in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Venom, Emma Frost, Hulk, Groot, Penny Parker, Black Widow, Star-Lord, Punisher, Storm, Invisible Woman, Ultron, Cloak and Dagger, and Mantis. Alright, let's dive into the juicy A-tier picks of Marvel Rivals Season 3. These are the heroes who aren't quite at the absolute top, but are definitely holding their ground strong. First up, Venom is back with a serious buff this season, making him a tank worth considering. You still gotta nail those skill shots with his basic attacks, but his survival game is much better now. Honestly, the first few rounds with Venom felt way smoother compared to Season 2-5, and I wouldn't be surprised if he climbs to S tier once he's fully tested out. Emma Frost, once the Queen of Tanks, took a bit of a nerf to the feels. She still plays her role well and offers crazy flexibility. Her shields are unique and fit perfectly into the poke meta, but her diamond form feels a bit weaker than before. So, if you're playing solo queue, she might not be your top pick, but she's still definitely viable. Hulk is that powerhouse tank who shines especially when teamed up with Namor. Landing his jumps takes some skill though, which bumps him down just a notch for me. But if you're good at timing, Hulk can really smash through the opposition. Groot is the Guardians of the Galaxy's no-nonsense star. He's super easy to learn and great for defending objectives. His ultimate, especially when combined with the right teammates, can wipe out the entire enemy squad and totally flip the match. Had he not been nerfed back in Season 2-5, he might easily be in the S tier. Penny Parker is an absolute menace when played well. Her multiple buffs in Season 2 really paid off. Her synergy with Spider-Man is just plain annoying for the enemy, and her nests force them to waste time cleaning up. Her ultimate isn't the strongest though, which causes her a bit of trouble in top-level games. Black Widow is a bit of a sleeper pick. At higher ranks, she's usually B tier, but she's one of the easiest characters for new players to pick up. Her ultimate almost guarantees kills, and she fits nicely into the poke meta. She also has decent one-shot potential, much like Hawkeye, but with moves that are easier to land. Star-Lord might be tricky to master, good reflexes and aiming skills are a must, but putting in the effort definitely pays off in Season 3. His abilities didn't get nerfed, and he's the perfect dive character to wreck enemy backlines. His ultimate, Galactic Legend, dishes out insane damage and can take down even full health squishy targets. Punisher is probably the easiest damage dealer for beginners. His kit is versatile, letting you choose between his assault rifle for range damage or a shotgun for close combat. Plus, his seated turret can clear out groups of enemies, which is super handy when the map gets crowded. Storm fits really well into the poke meta with her abilities, though she's not quite top tier due to older nerfs. Compared to someone like Hela, Storm plays better close to the ground and relies heavily on her teammates. But fair warning, you gotta have good aim with her or you'll struggle big time. Invisible Woman is arguably the best hybrid support out there despite some nerfs to her barrier. She can heal and protect allies while dishing out decent damage herself. The catch? She's pretty hard to master mechanically, and her primary attack's limited range doesn't mesh perfectly with the current meta. Ultron still holds a unique spot as a flying strategist. Even though he got nerfed this season, his ultimate remains incredibly strong, dealing damage while healing teammates at the same time. His basic attacks also pack a punch, with fallout damage that can easily clean up squishy enemies. Cloak and Dagger might not be the powerhouse they were back in Season 0, but a buff to their ultimate in Season 2 bumped them up. They're great for beginners. Cloak's primary fire auto targets, and Dagger's dark teleportation has a low cooldown. Sure, top-tier characters can counter them, but if you know what you're doing, they still hit hard. Last but definitely not least, Mantis. She can't fully heal like some supports, but she makes up for it by nuking enemies with crazy damage potential. Timing her heals is critical. Mess it up, and it could completely swing the game against you. Handle her well, and she's a total game changer. So yeah, these A-tier heroes have some real muscle this season, and if you're looking for strong, reliable picks that still have a bit of nuance, these guys and gals should be on your radar. The best characters for Season 3 in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Doctor Strange, Magneto, Hawkeye, Hela, Namor, Luna Snow, Rocket Raccoon, and Loki. Alright, time to roll out the red carpet for the S-rank legends of Marvel Rivals Season 3. The absolute cream of the crop who pretty much define what it means to carry a game. Starting with Doctor Strange, who's still ruling the poke meta like a wizard boss. His Shield of Seraphim isn't just any shield, it's hands down the best in the game. Thanks to some sweet buffs in Season 2-5, carrying matches as Doctor Strange feels almost effortless. Unless the meta does a complete 180, he's a top pick for anyone rocking the Vanguard role. Then we've got Magneto, who might be the trickiest Vanguard to master, but also the most rewarding. His abilities have longer cooldowns, so timing is everything, but when you pull off his combo chain and land those shots, he can one-shot even those beefy 250 HP units. Not gonna lie, if you're new to the game, Magneto's probably not your best bet. But for the pros out there, he's basically the king of tanks right now. Hawkeye is next, and man, facing a skilled Hawkeye is like trying to dodge arrows in a storm. With double buffs in Season 2, he can one-shot every strategist and duelist out there. If you've got the aim, that is. Mastering his shots and landing headshots is a must if you want to climb all the way to Diamond and beyond, especially if you're solo queuing. Pawns, a real sniper's dream. Hela, the goddess of death, is another powerhouse who demands respect. Her ultimate move is insanely strong, giving her a massive 1000 HP shield and the vision to wipe out opponents with devastating area of effect attacks. Pair her with Loki, and you've got an unstoppable duo that's perfect for Season 3's meta. Namor is still holding his ground, especially when paired with Hulk. His auto-firing turrets are clutch counters against flying units who love to dive-bomb your team. Placing those turrets strategically takes some practice, but once you get the hang of it, Namor's a force to be reckoned with this season. Luna Snow remains the best healer hands down. She's super easy to use, dishes out decent damage, and can heal teammates if she stuns enemies with her snowball. She's a killer hybrid, capable of two-shotting squishy foes with headshots. That said, she shines brightest on teams that communicate well, so her ultimate doesn't go to waste. Rocket Raccoon might have a limited weapon range, but he more than makes up for it with mobility and a tiny hitbox. He's a great beginner-friendly strategist who buffs allies before fights and provides area of effect healing throughout the battle. If you're just starting out, Rocket's a fantastic choice to learn the ropes. Last but not least, Loki, the god of mischief himself. He's not the easiest to master since you've got to be a master of illusions and quick on your feet, constantly switching positions to keep opponents guessing. But in the hands of an experienced support main, Loki has everything. Strong damage with illusions, great heals, escape tools, and enough durability to survive sticky situations. If you're ready to take on the challenge, Loki can absolutely carry your team through Season 3. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.